Hi friends, it's Deanna Williston from Our Blooming Catholic Life. And you may be a little confused thinking we've done this book before, but I found out so much more information last night by talking with the regional... I don't know. I talked with Michelle. When I talked with Michelle last night, she could be a coordinator or something like that. I have all these notes and things, and I've made this video like 5 times, and they keep running out of storage and blah, blah, blah. Forgive me. I talked with Michelle last night, and she really helped me understand this program a lot more. And is it a program? Not really. So you see the Militia, the Immaculata up here. You've probably heard that in relationship to Maximillian Kolbe, and then you're like, I really don't know what it means. So what is the MI? I'm on their website. I'll put this in the description below because we're just hoping this all works. The MI is a universal and international public association of the faithful erected by the Holy See. The MI was founded by St. Maximillian Kolbe, OFM Conventional, in 1917, is open to Catholics of all walks of life, and encourages all people of goodwill to develop a trusting relationship with Our Lady. The aim of the MI is to win the whole world for Christ through the Immaculata, Mother of God and of the Church. As St. Maximilian Kolbe himself said, the MI is a global vision of Catholic life under a new form, consisting in the bond with the Immaculata, our universal mediatrix before Jesus. And that's number 1220 of KW. What's KW? You're going to see that or hear that a lot in the books. It's right here. That is the English edition of the writings of St. Maximilian Maria Kolbe. And this says Nerbini International. So Nerbini International, Lugano 2016. So that's numbered as KW. It's a particular translation of Maximilian's works that are referenced in a lot of these. So anytime you see a KW and a number, it's like when you see the Diary of Faustina and it gives you a number, or like a Bible verse number. It's telling you it's from that particular book and this is the number of it. Okay. The MI is committed to providing its members with Catholic formation in the spirituality and mission of St. Maximilian Kolbe. Through total consecration to Mary, the Mother of the Lord, who is the most perfect follower of Jesus, individuals respond with her to the universal call to holiness and are transformed into generous disciples of Christ and instruments in Our Lady's hands with a mission to give witness to the gospel and transform the whole world with authentic love. Let's unpack a little bit of this. It's a universal and international public association of the faithful. Normally we hear that it's a public association of the lay faithful. That's not what it says. First of all, it's universal and international around the entire world, and it's the same for everyone. And it doesn't say lay faithful, it's for all the faithful, which means, and I have researched this, secular Franciscans can join, priests can join, priests, both diocesan and religious order priests. Nuns can join us. Like everybody who is a Catholic can join us. If you're not a Catholic, you can still be affiliated, though not officially join, but you're more than welcome to come in for the formation. Okay, let's go in a little bit more. Consecration. We've heard that word before, right? We've heard of and talked about this book. We've heard and talked about this book. Let's just look at them just a little bit. This is the one that Father Michael Gately did. It's again 33 days, which is the standard form. But in his book, he looked at, let's see, we start with St. Louis de Montfort, this guy. And then he goes to St. Maximilian Kolbe, this guy. And then he looks at, the name hasn't been updated in my edition yet, St. Teresa of Calcutta. And then at St. Pope John Paul the Great, and then he wraps them all together, and then you do your appendix, and he's got lots of prayers and devotions as resources for you in the back. So this has become very popular. Most people around have heard about it. By this date, 2 million copies had been sold. This is very popular. There's also a study guide if you're doing it in a group. Now, there's also total consecration to Mary this way, which is the more traditional 33-day method of prayer according to St. Louis de Montfort. This is the new edition by Tan Books. Why is it new? They've put everything together for you. It used to be kind of a slim book, and then you had to go get other books to do the readings or the prayers. This is all together in an easy format. So at the beginning of the week, they have all the prayers that you're going to need that week, and then all the readings are sequentially in here for that week. And then you start a new week, again, new set of prayers, that sort of thing. And then you have this form. This one doesn't necessarily take the 33 days. So this book has 2 different methods within it. There's both a 6-part preparation and an 8-part series. And both of those are available on the web as well as in this book. Could this take 33 days? I don't know. I haven't looked at it. It says it's in here. They do have numbers. Let's see. I imagine, I'm just going to say this. I imagine you could stretch this out as long or as little as you want, but I know sometimes it's done in parishes and shrines. It's done as a program over 1 or 2 sessions where they do the preparation together. So it may be once a month in March, and then once in April, and then in May on a Marian feast, you would make your consecration, that sort of thing. So you're not doing everything together, and you certainly don't have to come to the classes to do the consecration with them. So there are sessions that you can use the book. There's also PowerPoints. You can have people who are members give testimonies. Some people will do it as a big old retreat. Also a lovely way to do it. This was a do-it-yourself retreat that you did at home over 33 days, but you could do this as a retreat as well. Go somewhere and do it together. Let's see here. What is this? So this is kind of a one and done. You do it by yourself or in a group, and then it has all the prayers for you in the back. Same with this one. It's kind of a one and done. Do it by yourself. All the prayers and devotions are in here that you can add. You don't have to do them all. The basic prayer, and I have it in here, is to do a daily consecration to Jesus through Mary. And so the Militia, the Immaculata office at the Our Lady of the Angels Province, Franciscan Friars Conventional, I can put that address in the description as well, has given us this prayer card here. Prayer of consecration to the Immaculata. It's 4 tiny paragraphs, and they gave it to us when they gave us this lovely large miraculous medal here on a chain. But you don't have to do this particular prayer. The one that Father James, the very right Reverend Father James McCurry, recommended to us was the prayer of St. John Paul II. Remember, he was mentioned over here. You could simply say totus tuus when you get up in the morning, which means totally yours. Here is the entirety, I believe, of the totus tuus prayer. It's in this book on page 75. So I'll do it in Latin first and then in English. In Latin, pardon my Latin, it is totus tuus ego sum et omnia mea tua sunt, o Virgo super omnia benedicta, which in English is, I am all yours, and all that I have is yours, O Virgin blessed above all things. And so we're letting ourselves become instruments of Mary so that God can work through us. So just as how she gave birth to Jesus in the physical sense, she can give birth to him in the spiritual sense in us. That's what we're looking for. The MI is a little different than these programs. These are really books, right? These are really books. How is it different? Because it does have a book. Okay, I'll give you that. It has a book, but there's more than that. It's not a one and done thing. I know these are still asking you to say the prayers and make the consecration. These mainly say to make the consecration once a year. People renew it. But the MI is more than that. Let me read from their website again. They provide formation in the teachings of the Catholic Church, foster love for Jesus and the Eucharist and the sacramental life, promote a deep understanding of the Blessed Virgin Mary's role in the plan of salvation and of the gift of consecration to her in the spirit of St. Maximillian Kolbe, and they ignite with the zeal to become generous instruments of evangelization in one's own environment, giving witness to the truth and promoting the sacredness of human life. MI members, mindful of their call to evangelize, strive to give witness to the faith everywhere. Sounds a lot like the secular Franciscan calling, right? Gospel life, life to gospel. They seek to reach out to their own families, friends, co-workers, fellow parishioners, the sick and the elderly, youth, adults, and whomever they meet, in order to lead every individual through Mary to Christ, our Savior and our hope. And how do they do that? So they have a lot going on. You can, but you don't have to, register with them. If you register with them, you then have options. You can check that you want a daily email, and those emails are going to give you a little daily excerpt. So they have 2 books that they use that are written in 9 different languages, and it's like a little daily consecration, and they will send that to you in your email. It's Maximillian Kolbe's Writings About Our Lady. You can also agree, if you want, to get a monthly newsletter in the email. You can, your name, oh right, if you register, your name gets recorded in a book. And then you get the plenary indulgence. There is a plenary indulgence involved with this. You can do it again as an individual or as a community. So you can actually form groups, and they call them villages because they work together. They're not just for formation. They really help each other live this life. And again, that looks a little differently for everybody, and that's okay. There's also the national office in Peoria. You can make, in Peoria, Illinois, where this book came from, you can make a retreat there. You can volunteer to help out in the office, and they sponsor pilgrimages as well. I've heard that there are pilgrimages to Poland, to different sites from Maximillian Kolbe's life, as well as there may be pilgrimages to Rome. So you can sign up for those. You totally don't have to, but you can. A biography that they also recommended is called A Man for Others. They said that may help you read. Now, when I got this book, it came with 3 more flyers inside it. You may remember this. The Nights at the Foot of the Cross. If all of this is seeming overwhelming for you, you have some illnesses or injuries or the pandemic, and you can't get it out of the house, what is the Nights at the Foot of the Cross? This may be for you, because let Our Lady lead you to make your suffering fruitful. So if you are someone who is having issues, it talks to you about redemptive suffering, and that they actually have a program for that. If you are already a member of the Militia Immaculata, you just register that you want to be a member of the KFC, that's really it, Knights at the Foot of the Cross, by registering with the National Center, and they have their own consecration prayer. It's on this flyer. If you're not in the MI yet, you can do it all at one time. Okay, so this little flyer is going to tell you more about that, and you can get this all from the national office here in the U.S. The Miraculous Medal. So here's a little bit more about the Miraculous Medal. Graces attached to it, the Lords in the Miraculous Medal, St. Maximillian Kolbe in the Miraculous Medal. Just some little tips that you can do. There's also a Miraculous Medal prayer, as edited by St. Maximillian Kolbe. Super simple that you can pray every day. O Mary, conceived without sin, pray for us who have recourse to you, and for all those who do not have recourse to you, especially the enemies of the Holy Church and all those recommended to you. Right? That's lovely. That's easy to pray every day. Probably a lot of us are already saying that every day, just not that ending. That ending is exceptionally lovely, and you may want to. And what is this? Behold your mother. This is probably the most introductory of the brochures, Discovering the Blessed Virgin Mary. So Mary in the New Testament, Mary, Mother of God, Mary's perpetual virginity, Mary's Immaculate Conception, Mary's Assumption, Mary's Mother of the Church. So there's lots of things on here. If you're not really comfortable with Mary, Mother of God and Mother of the Church yet, that's okay. They have some things for you as well, or that you could give to someone. Perhaps you want to join, and somebody in your family or some of your friends are like, really? So you could use this flyer to help them. So that's what I have in here in the book. What's in here? Again, this has the 6th part. It tells you a little bit about the Militia, the Immaculata. The Rite of Total Consecration is in this book as well. I think this was for like a donation of $2 or something. You could get this. It really wasn't much. It's pretty nice. Like I said, a lot of it's here on the website already. So the website, the headers and the menu are Home, About the MI, Marian Consecration, Kolbe, Miraculous Medal, MI Resources, and I think it's Donate. For some reason, I can't see that. Whoa, if you click on MI Resources, it's insane. So MI Resources list, the writings of St. Maximillian Kolbe, Behold Your Mother, which could either be this or the flyer. Oh, there's 2 listings for that, so I bet one is the flyer and one's the full book. Glory to, I don't know why I'm not seeing all these. It's a little frustrating. I have it on my iPad, and I'm not able to see the entire screen, and it's frustrating me. There's a novena booklet, more on the Miraculous Medal. Oh, that's the brochure. So all the brochures you can find online as well. Family consecration, a booklet of novenas, an MI movie, and I can't tell what the last one is. St. Maximillian Kolbe's. I'm just gonna click on it. Huh. There we go. Oh, St. Maximillian Kolbe's Marian Spirituality for Our Time. Oh, and you can click on that monthly e-publication if you haven't gotten it. So what is this? St. Maximilian Kolbe's Marian Spirituality for Our Time is an in-depth 24-part series presented by, you've heard me say his name before, Father James McCurry, OFM Conventional. I had no idea this was on here. Wow, so he gave these talks in the late 1980s. So some of the secondary information may no longer be current, but Father James has appeared on numerous television programs. It's a 12 CD set, was produced by Marytown Press. You've heard me talk about Marytown, my giant book on the Eucharist, which I can't, it's here, I just can't get it out. You've heard me talk about Marytown before, so that used to be printed, produced, the 12 CD set. Sorry, I'm so excited. It's MP3s. They're MP3s here on the website. I love this. You can add monthly intentions. There's an archive of all of the newsletters, monthly newsletters, noting that no article may be reprinted without permission, but they will probably give that to you, I'm assuming. Wow, and these are going back to 2016. You can click here to watch the movie. I think the movie is also available on YouTube. And if you're wondering, there are links here when I scroll to the bottom of the page for MI International, MI Canada, MI England, MI Australia, Father Kolbe Missionaries of the Immaculata, and the National Shrine of St. Maximilian Kolbe, which is Marytown. Also links to the Vatican, the USCCB, EWTN, and Relevant Radio. And you can put in some prayer requests. Lovely. God bless you, friends. There's also a phone number here, email. It's all here on the website, and I'm going to put that in the description for you. So excited. I hope this helps you. If you have questions, put them down in the comments below. And as always, God bless you, friends.